Bellethine, this will be turn 2
Mhm.
of your.
Seductive beast escapade.
That is the nice way to put that.
Yes.
Lamont, Kara, Lamont and Kara, what are y'all doing? You see, you both notice that the flashlights have turned. You hear the shattering of glass. You hear some confused and startled voices coming from the room where you saw the flashlights, and they seem to have turned back around and gone the opposite direction.
Are they on the first floor?
Yes.
So they're heading to the front of the building.
Correct.
Is there any way we could get past them into the room with the window bars open?
Probably. It seems that they are leaving this building, so if you gave them a moment, they would move on out. The shattering glass has startled them, and you hear confused yells echoing in the night.
Okay, so I guess I'll hang back until I have a chance to get to the window.
What is your plan once you get to the window?
To leave the building.
Just dip out?
Yeah.
All right. Lamont, what about you?
I'm gonna try and follow her out. I assume I see her because she's not stealthy.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow her out.
So sad I have points in stealth. They just aren't helping me.
You can make another stealth roll if you'd like to.
I'd like to.
Then give me another
being
stealth
out in the
roll.
open. It's dex still, or you want wits?
Let's do dex still, because you're trying to hide via skill instead of intelligence.
There we go.
That's more like it.
So that's 4 successes.
4. You are one with the night.
I am invisible.
So you have disappeared. Now, the way I like to play this is your group can still see you unless you specify otherwise.
Oh no, I'm cool with Lamont knowing where I am.
Cool. Because that is, I've run into a lot of issues with that in the past with like, oh, well, you can't actually see me, so I'm going to go like, everybody on the team sees each other on the mini-map. That's just...
Yeah, we're in a party, so stealth doesn't work.
Exactly. That way you can see where your friends are. So y'all are hanging out waiting for the people to leave. So we'll drop back down to Augustine. The police officers have left the building and are now walking, guns drawn, towards the butcher shop.
They did not see me?
No, they did not see you.
Oh, how? I mean, that's great.
Clarity.
Oh, jeez, but like
They're not
I'm right next to their cop car, though.
But they heard broken glass. They see
Yeah.
shattered glass across the street and a bunch of angry voiced men coming out that direction.
Oh, see, this is all working out. It's great. Don't worry.
Oh
fine.
my god.
Yeah, if they are out of the window, if they've gone out of the apartment, I'm definitely going to go inside the apartment to meet back up with the rest of the group.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, no, I think I would just use another celerity for that to zip past.
Zip past, you're in. You find Kara on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
How was your experience in all this, Kara? Good to see you.
You notice, Kara, that he is dressed in not his clothes.
Bloodstained,
and has a bullet wound. And
smiling.
glass shards stuck inside of him.
Are you okay?
Felt better, but you know, it's how the cookie crumbles, as they say. What a quaint phrase that is, huh?
I guess.
Kara's
Kara's probably really dusty, right? Like explosions.
Where's Bellethine? Is she around?
She's engaged with a human on the top floor.
I
Which is
see.
why I am not up there.
I will go there. You
Ah.
should go out front. There are dangers that we should not get involved in. We'll let them play it out and see how it goes.
Do I have to go outside? They're police,
Don't go outside.
gang
is what I'm
members.
saying. Yeah, please do not stay here. Stay where it is safer, at least. And I'm going to keep going.
All right. You make it to Lamont, who is hiding on the second floor.
Oh, you're here. I thought you would be with Kara. How was your experience?
Now, again, Lamont, you notice that he is wearing what you are obviously, you can tell are homeless man's clothes. He has a gun wound, a bullet wound, and he has covered in glass shards, a couple of them bleeding. Well, I guess not. Yeah, because he still used the blush of life, so he is bleeding.
I kind of look at him. I awestruck. Like, the hell did you do? What happened?
A lot. I do have good information. I would like to talk to Belathine. Kara said that she was upstairs? Occupied? Is that right?
Yeah, I wouldn't interrupt that if I were you.
Hmm.
But I'm not you, and you don't listen to me, so
That
go
is
ahead, do what you want.
an astute observation. Well, I may take that to heart given what I've just gone through, but that worse. It's fine. I'll see you in a moment. And I'll zip up and go, I guess, to where I think. I don't know. I'm going to go at least to the
Feel
next.
heartbeat getting weaker. It is
Okay. As I
beating
move up.
fast and is quickly slowing
Okay.
as
I
you
get,
stand outside the door.
yeah, or I
It's like
guess
you get to the third floor, and as you walk down the hallway, your senses go boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
The
I'm
heartbeat of a human.
just going to wait then. Well, is there a window in this hallway that I can see outside of?
Yes, but it's been boarded up and it's at the far end.
That's fine. I will take a step back from the door and just wait until I hear the heartbeat finish, and then
That's
proceed.
a wise course of action.
So,
I was having to sit here and go,
That seductive beast is going to take over and be the beast and
yeah,
hit
right.
Augustine with everything.
No, I know better than that. I know better than that.
And then all of a sudden, we got a big old problem on our hands.
No, I'm just gonna wait it out. Just stand and wait.
that's a much better choice.
Mhm.
All right.
Does that make it my turn?
That makes it Belathine's turn. This is the third turn. So, because everybody is essentially waiting, we can just fast forward a couple of rounds.
It'll just be one
yeah,
round, I think.
for
Right?
Belathine being done.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, and before you re-enter the world? You have refilled your vitae.
Yes.
There is a very dead person, very fucked and dead, on the ground.
I don't feel like Deva make much of a mess, at least not with blood.
Hmm.
So she is going to clean up what traces of vampire activity there are. What? Why are you
Okay.
giggling?
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
So if there's I hope there's not huge puncture wounds.
I mean, there probably are. You'd have to draw blood somehow.
Yeah.
Right, but they don't have to be huge. You can still draw
But I
blood
mean,
with a syringe.
Oh, you can, yes. But do you have a syringe? Or do you have fangs?
I guess it is to hollow it out so that it bleeds.
Yes, because your beast is taken over and you are not thinking of let's not make a mess. You are thinking of how fast can I get all of this person's blood inside of me?
Gross.
So I'm trying to think of the best way to clean this up. What is in this room other than this dude?
Okay, so in this room, it looks like a small camping set has been set up in here.
What?
There is a space heater hooked up to a small generator in the corner. It looks like there are boxes of food. There are some notebooks that are set next to a sleeping bag. There is a window in the far back of the room that looks directly into the butcher shop with what looks like a sniper rifle that has been bolted to the ground, or bolted to the floor facing the butcher shop.
Why would you bolt a rifle so it doesn't kick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gonna pick up those notebooks. Put them in my purse.
There are also a couple of other boxes that look like larger wooden boxes. You're not quite sure what they're going to contain, stashed in a corner. It looks like somebody has been here for a while.
The same person? She's gonna open the notebooks and see if the handwriting's the same.
It
And
looks like the
dates.
same handwriting. It is very shaky and hard to read, but you're able to parse it.
Okay. All I care about is the dates are contiguous, and so is the handwriting.
You have what looks to be about 2 weeks worth of information regarding the gangrel across the street.
Okay.
Hey, someone staked them out for us.
I know, right? I fucking had to. Thanks, Augustine. So, I want to look into the wooden crates, because I'm gonna have to dispose of all of this.
All right. You open the first wooden crate and you see MREs.
Okay.
The second wooden crate seems to have a mix of different assault weapons.
Okay. Jesus.
See a couple of submachine guns, a bunch of ammo, some grenades, and 2 things of body armor.
Well, fuck. Were they gonna, raid them?
Do you want to read some of the notes?
Not now. That's not the time.
Yeah.
We have the car, but the car is some blocks away.
Correct.
So it would be inefficient to carry
it's
this
like-
out.
Around the corner. It's really not that far.
Because it'd be easier to dispose of the body. This is an area where a lot of shit goes down.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of homeless stuff. Problem is but if I dump him in the lake, it's going to bloat and therefore obscure a lot of that, and he's going to look just like he died of blood loss. Probably going to dump him out back the canal then. I don't know how I'm going to get him there, though.
Tie something to him.
Well, I mean, because the canal's on the other side of the butcher shop, and we're on the other street from the butcher shop.
Oh.
So we have to walk across the street and behind the butcher shop effectively with a dead body. That's more what I'm concerned about. I could always just rip him up and put him in that box and toss the box. Nobody's going to worry about me carrying a box. And she can probably stuff him in there pretty easily without even using vigor. So, without having to elaborate on that shit further, she wants to clean up. We figured out what we're going to do with him. There's not a whole lot of blood everywhere, I'm assuming, because she, as you said, wants to drink it and not spill it.
Correct.
The only part, I guess I can rip the gun off the ground.
I mean, there are also tools that you could just unbolt it.
Oh. Okay.
You had to bolt it there somehow,
That's
so
fair.
I'm sure that there are
What am I
survival
gonna do with
tools.
that gun, though?
Are you going to bring other people into the room at this point?
No. She's just doing that. She should probably check on them. She would know better than to check on them. So she gets a stock of things quickly, and then we'll say she remembers that she's supposed to be babysitting. And goes, fuck. Let me see what sort of shape she's in. She's not in amazing shape. She definitely is bloody about the face and probably neck and chest. Her clothes are pretty clean though, because I'm assuming those weren't involved in this. But her hair is disheveled, and she probably doesn't smell as clean as she did. So she's going to exit the room, and I assume immediately happen upon Augustine.
Yes.
Belathine. Oh, it's got a little something on your mouth.
She
Just want to point out again, he is wearing homeless people clothes, has a bullet wound, and is
good.
coated in glass.
Let me. She just blinks at him several times, is completely deadpan. And whereas she seemed pretty emotively neutral before she saw him, that's clearly not the case anymore. She kind of just looks at him as if being near him was just a waste of her time. Where have you been? Where's Kara and Lamont?
They are safe downstairs. I saw them on the first and second floor, respectively. There is a situation outside, but it seems like the parties involved will take care of each other. I am fine, thank you for asking.
I did not.
And I do have information about the Gangrels.
I'm sure that you do.
How did your gonna look into the room past her?
You see a small armament in there.
Escapade go.
You're going to get in there and clean it up while I go check on our human friends. I expect it to be taken care of when I get back. Don't touch the body. I'll handle that. She walks right on past.
Okay, that's fair.
So she's gonna head downstairs. Are we in initiative order anymore?
Not really. We're just
Okay.
playing it out.
Okay, so she's gonna go down, and I assume she comes across Lamont first. She has tried to, but it's not going really well because she doesn't have anything to take it off with other than her hands, so that just means it's kind of smearing. And then on her hands, so she's kind of been like, so she probably looks really vampire-y right now with like the nice ring about the mouth and like down the neck and pulled somewhat at the chest where her shirt hits her sternum.
Lovely.
And it's kind of like you can see like there was some very concerted efforts, but it didn't do a whole ton of good because you need like a wet cloth for that shit. So she comes upon Lamont, completely calm now. Why aren't you with Kara?
She's downstairs keeping an eye out on things.
While you do? While you do? What exactly?
Was conversing with the other vampire.
Augustine, yes, he was just here.
Uh-huh.
She looks at an imaginary watch. I'm sure more time has transpired since I left your company, though. Correct?
Yeah.
Like a minute.
Your time should be spent with Kara. If you should fail to keep her safe in my absence, I doubt either of us will appreciate the consequences. And she kind of like gives us a short half smile. You clearly know that it's more bark than bite at this point. Clearly she put herself in harm's way to save both of them for the pipe bomb, because she could have just saved Kara, and she didn't. She saved both of y'all. And she closed the door and dealt with that situation because there was a shotgun involved. So, like, logically, it's probably like, okay, lady, I get you're trying to posture, but...
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking it all the way through, though. He just says, yes, ma'am, and runs downstairs.
That's also fair. She follows him, because she has to go check on Kara herself now. And so, Kara sees Lamont, like, coming down, and Belathine's clack of stiletto heels on the flooring shortly behind him. And she,
Still covered in blood.
yeah, it's kind of like it's not pretty.
Yeah.
Are you well?
I'm fine. Hopefully you're feeling better.
She gives her this smile, and it's...
Predatory?
No, it's almost saddened. Like when somebody's like, hey, are you feeling better? and you're not really, or you were kind of ashamed of what had occurred, and so you kind of give this like sheepish kind of saddened smile, and it would definitely seem not in character with the facade that she's been putting on, at least. And she says, "Yes, thank you. Augustine said there was some commotion outside. I am sure it is of consequence to his activities. Do you know what's going on?"
The police arrived after the explosion, I think.
She
And
sighs.
Augustine broke through a window, I think. And the police left here to go investigate that. That's about all I understand.
That would explain his comment that perhaps the Gangrels across the way and the police will deal with one another, but we need to leave, as I'm sure you're rather aware. Upstairs is a small arsenal of weaponry and sustenance. It seems like our friend, she chooses her words wisely, was performing our duties for us. I've collected his work, and we should probably go and check on Augustine before he makes further mess of this evening. So if you will both kindly follow me, we need to dispose of this man's belongings so that nobody knows that he was here. I will take care of his remains. She stops. If as much is going to bother either of you, I shall handle that first. She kind of flicks her gaze between the two of them to try to like gauge whether or not seeing a dead dude is going to be a problem.
I think Kara's not gonna be happy about it, but it's not gonna like stop her.
It's not going to be a breaking point.
No, I don't think so. She has a really high composure skill.
Mm-hmm.
What about
I
Lamont?
think Lamont has seen more than his fair share of dead bodies, but he would probably be pretty disturbed in the way that they've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's used to, like, people ODing, people being shot. He's not really used to what just happened.
Somebody being literally raped to death.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
No. She, hold on, I gotta roll for that because it's kind of meta-y, but not. If she can get high enough, I'll let her have it. So Lamont's like, basically, right?
Yeah.
And she stops him. You're familiar with this sort of environment. She kind of gesticulates to the general vicinity, and it's pretty easy to tell she's talking about like the crime and the homeless people and the boarded up buildings and that.
Like, he's like, yeah, it's been my whole life, pretty much.
How can I make this look natural?
Um,
Do you want to make a roll for that, Lamont?
sure, I can make a roll for that.
Let's go with. Do you have survival?
No.
Streetwise
Streetwise.
might, like, that
Yeah,
sounds
Streetwise might.
reasonable.
Let's look at.
What Streetwise entails.
Yeah, let's go with a wits plus
Subterfuge?
subterfuge. I think would be good.
Yeah. /R.
And you could take patient if you want to. Well, I guess that's only for extended actions, and this is just off the top of the head. So yeah,
60, 10. One fail, one success, but it's an exploding.
I believe.
Fingers crossed. Well,
Nope. Nothing. Neutral. He goes, yeah, I'm not. After he gets finished trying to set up the room, he looks at it and not particularly happy with it, and he goes, this is not generally the type of thing I have to clean up. I don't do a whole lot of killing people.
Wait, have you guys come back up to the room at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had this discussion on the way up.
Okay, as you guys were coming up, I do want to, as I'm like looking around, kind of take stock of the room. I see the same things that Bellatine sees.
Mhm.
Obviously. rather than clean up, I'm going to start loading weapons and armor and like the arsenal to a crate if I can, right?
Yeah, so there's one crate that's got most of that stuff.
Okay. I also wanted to start unbolting the sniper rifle.
That's pretty easy to do. There are tools.
Unbolt the sniper, grab all the stuff, and just put all of that in a box. I'm leaving everything else. I think I did check to see if there was any blood left in the body. Just a quick like sniff with a blood hunter just to see.
There's none.
No, it's a dry bone. It's such a shame.
Literally can't do anything that you're asked to do. I swear to fuck.
As a maquette, hold up. Let me pull up your character sheet. As you're up there, give me an investigation roll.
Investigation, which is 2 plus anything.
Intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence.
So that's 5 total. Yeah, neutral.
No successes, no failures?
Nope.
All right, so you come across. Let me find it. Oh, this is Hunter. This. An American flag logo on what looks like a police shield badge with 3 stars on the top. I can kind of send a quick.
And it's on it. Where is it on? Like his clothing?
It's a tattoo that he has.
Oh.
Let me real quick. So that's gonna go there. Oh no, we're gonna go.
Is there any way I can rip that skin off and keep that in my pocket? Just
yeah.
Okay.
Just.
You've also got a cell phone. Like you could take a picture.
Do I actually have a cell phone?
Yeah, everybody's got it. It's the modern world.
Oh, I just didn't know if I would have actually had one coming from like the century. I guess I would have. I just never thought about that. Yeah, I mean that would make more sense. It's not as
vampire.
Not as vampire, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just take a picture of that.
There. You get a picture of that.
To my credit, as far as not listening to anything instruction you tell me, I have a one of my merits is plausible deniability, which means I have like 4 points in that.
Oh my god.
Which means if nobody saw me, or like even if you did, if you can't really like prove it, I mean, I wasn't there.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
This is why Aiden brings him around, like sneaky boy shit.
To specifically irritate Balathine.
Yeah. And I guess that's all I wanted to do as you guys were going up, is just like start loading everything, all of the arsenal and the weaponry, leave everything else right after taking quick stock, and take all of that into a crate to take out with me.
So there is a box set aside when she gets back up there?
Yeah, there's at least a box set aside with all the guns and stuff.
So the other box had all the MREs and foodstuffs.
Right. She notices the box is moved because she took stock of the room before she left. And she looks at it. And she looks at Augustine. And she moves to open the lid.
I wouldn't. Be careful. It might go off. I might have packed it wrong. You never know.
She just looks at him as if his breathing offends her. And she opens the lid anyways. And it's packed differently than what she saw first, correctly?
And there's more stuff in there, right? Like the sniper rifle is not bolted, it's in there.
Why have you gathered this together?
Well, this is all useful things that we could take with us. I'm sure Aiden would appreciate this. I mean, he could probably buy it too, but why not?
Absolutely not. And she just continues to like deadpan at him.
Lamont, give me. Actually, wait, no. Kara and Lamont both can work together for this. Give me a streetwise and intelligence roll for Lamont, and Kara, give me. Hold up, I've got a lot of things open. Characters, Kara, and intelligence plus investigation.
2 successes.
Nice.
All right. So,
1 success.
all right, we're going to start with Lamont. Your greed kicks in as you're looking at the box that Belathine has opened. And you know that this is military-grade weaponry that, unless Aiden has connections that you are unaware of, could not get his hands on. This is stuff that you're not sure where it was bought, but the street value is insane. Your greed, if you can convince Belathine to keep these, you will gain an addition. You will regain all willpower
Ooh.
that you have spent.
Okay. Well, I haven't spent any, so
Okay. Then what I will do is you will get an additional experience for
A beat?
following. Yeah, a beat for your greed
okay.
and following that, because this is a huge. What's the term?
Stash.
Stash windfall.
Mm.
And to add on to that, just to give you an idea, Kara, you are looking at this and you notice that logo, and you've heard of some group that goes by the Union, and they seem to be a militarized group of like union workers, essentially just average people that have some militaries that you've heard about in the news, that they're like the dudes in the forest that are like waiting for the government to like turn on everybody. And
This logo is one of those crazy militia groups, guys.
there we go. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. So you would know that like they're not just going to let this shit sit here without somebody coming and looking for it, and that's going to be bad.
So he
Taking
probably
this-
wasn't alone in this, and if we
Yeah.
don't get this stuff out, they're gonna take it back.
Yeah. And I think it'd be a good idea to hold on to this. I think he's on to something about it. Aiden being happy about this.
Why would Aiden care in the least?
Your boy likes money, right?
Which we have plenty of.
Yeah. But he always likes having more.
And
Right?
the connections that you could get. You would know that like this would like garner a lot of favor in certain circles.
Yeah. Because this is worth a lot of money, not because of necessarily, I mean, its usefulness to you, but how hard it is to get. These are a rare commodity, definitely not legal for us to have. And that seems like a thing Aiden would really be about.
She turns and looks at the box.
Lamont kind of walks over there and like puts his starts like picking stuff up and like examining it and being like, "Yep, this is." I've not dealt with this stuff before personally, but I've been around plenty of people who have, and let me tell you, this stuff does not come cheap or easy.
Then you're in charge of it. And she cuts her gaze to Augustine. If you so much as touch it, next time my hands are around your throat, I will make sure they rip out at least one of your... Oh, what are they called? At least your...
Arteries?
No, not an artery. I don't know if there's a specific word to describe the esophagus and trachea as, like...
A
things.
group.
Unit.
Oh, like as a joint unit.
Not just one or the other. So whatever word suffices to indicate either his esophagus or his trachea. And she just turns and she looks at... She's watching Lamont go through the box. The body... Can she tell it's... No, you didn't touch it. You just
Took a
sniffed
picture.
it.
Yeah, I sniffed it.
Which she would not be able to tell.
No.
So what
As
else?
Augustine though makes that threat, Augustine is definitely going to retort. I may just have to push you so you can make do on that promise, Belathine. Just going to keep a hand right on the box.
Oh no.
Ooh, yikes.
So So she feels fucking great. She's one
Yeah.
vitae over. So
Oh,
she
yeah, right.
wasted a
I'm
whole
also-
vitae on that. And Augustine is fucked up. There's
Yeah.
still a window that she has access to, yes?
Oh,
It's
Right.
barred. It has
Yes,
bars.
it's looking out across the butcher shop.
But all the windows have bars.
It's
Yeah.
barred up?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
barred up.
Oh, that's right, because you can stick a gun through the
You can
bars.
stick
You
the
don't have to,
barrel
like,
through.
open the window. Mm.
At this moment, a cacophony of gunfire erupts
Oh,
across
God.
the street.
Oh, yes.
I just
Saved
watch?
by the
I wanna watch.
gunfight.
Lamont notices Kara moving over to watch, and he goes, "I wouldn't recommend that."
She narrows her gaze at Augustine because clearly, like, her petty quarrel here is not the most important thing going on. But it is a narrowed gaze of, boy, I swear to fuck if you so much as breathe in my direction again. But it quickly averts, and she seems consumed for a span of 2 or 3 seconds with getting everything together and getting out. So the gun has been detached from the floor and in the crate, right?
Yeah, it's all.
Is it just the one gun, or is it like a bunch of
Well,
guns?
there was one that was anchored to the ground, the sniper rifle, and then there was other guns already inside the crate.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that the one that was anchored has been unanchored and is now in
Yep.
the crate.
It looks like there was the sniper rifle and 5 additional assault weapons and enough ammunition to lead a fight for a couple of days,
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that's
as,
all.
as well as incendiaries like grenades, thermite grenades, a lot of really high-end, not super high-end, but like military-grade shit.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right for one of those crazy militia groups.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Lamont's on that. She has made eye contact. She points to the box. That's his responsibility now.
Yeah.
Um,
Lamont is going to go ahead and attempt to pick up the box. Realize he's unable to because it's fucking heavy. And ask. He said, "I know you told him he couldn't, but can he carry this?"
she narrows her gaze at Augustine and like looks back at Lamont. I'll carry it. And you watch
Oh.
this like 5'10", 120-pound vampire lady in 4-inch stilettos heft this box up like it was full of toilet paper.
I'm gonna whisper over to Lamont as Bellethine picks it up and say, "You know, Lamont, I think she likes me.
I think you're full of shit.
I think you may also be right." I smile back at him.
Lamont, for the first time ever, kind of gives him a smile back. He
Oh man.
found that amusing.
Oh no, we
She's-
still have our body.
Yeah, you didn't carry the body. Am I allowed to touch that?
No, because I feel like she's gonna have the wonton condition for it because that's possessively hers for
Yeah,
the
right.
timing, and I feel like that's part of the seductive beast, and that has to wear off, which
Yeah.
is why I had her do that.
Yeah.
And
Maybe Bellethine, as you're walking out, Augustine looks back to the body. Bellethine, I think you forgot something.
she kind of glares at him and then glares at the body like fuck. So there's so much stuff left in this room, though.
There is. Y'all haven't gone through any of it.
No, I took a stock of it.
Right, but that's
Right.
different than like checking things out.
She glares at the contents of the room angrily because she knows they need to go. Everyone, carry what you can. And let's take it to the car, but be quick about it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
we
extend
got
my arms to
got all
take
the weapons in a box.
Yeah,
Can I-
Bellefine's got that one. Say that
Oh, you
again.
got the box. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask, did you want Augustine is gonna extend his hand. Do you want the body or the box?
Oh no. So this is gonna have to be a beast roll because I want her to still be susceptible to that because that's. I hate when it's middling. But I guess that is over the edge.
I'm here to help.
What? Binding him would be too severe. I don't think he would let her anyways. I'm trying to think of a way to rein him in, but still letting him have the box. Because he can, like, legit celerity off into the sunset with that box.
Yeah.
And she's going to be hella pissed. How do I do that? Do you have Mamu? Oh, look at her. She's adjusting. Okay. She looks at the body and looks at Augustine and looks back at the body. Pick him up.
Oh. Genuine look of shock on Augustine's face.
She looks really not happy.
Uh-huh. Definitely taking note of that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the body, pick him up. Boy, you really had your fill, didn't you? I'm gonna walk.
I don't think he's really dressed, is he, baby?
No, he's not. I would not expect him to be dressed. Yeah, he's
No.
naked as a jaybird.
Would she care about? I don't think she would. He's still a human, wonton or not. We could always